something brewing.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, getting that running game going right at them and gashing them out the gates.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and put that running back out into space to use his speed. But the defense looked like they were already running back, expecting that play to force a negative.
Quickly out to the tight end. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Release to the back. And complete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
He's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most. There's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter. That's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Powers through the defender. There he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, that man might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something next. It's one thing to get it to the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0 mid-love to get a drive going here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Fortunately for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here. Make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time. The old cliche, but the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be his second time they've had to kick. Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. They were full for a minute. He is nowhere close to the first down, and they'll turn it over.
Just trying to change the ebb and flow of the game. Trying to get some of this momentum back so you go fake punt, and you can't get it executed. It just backfires in their face.
Spins away. And step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive.
say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making it work.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. He got the screen set up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup and the ball on that play. Here comes the noise from this big guy. Happy to have it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked up. Right on the teeth of Don. Picked up a few extra on that. We take a play by this defense to get the football. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. He gets it to the 39-yard line. Big play for this offense. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
This offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Quick step and go. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the single back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds him out on the left. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the south. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
29 Philly, 2-0.
He's got the tight end, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to get the 6 on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, and they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Fires to the big fella. And a pickup of 8 opens a plural of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
The Cougars have
some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught near the sticks. It's Nakua. And BYU will get the first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off and does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop the line of scrimmage.
We're able to find a tight end for an easy completion. A good shot tackle, not allowed to get the first down.
It's complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation. You're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came.
Hauls it in the first down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there in that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. Fights off the defender. Got enough for the 1st. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. He's at touchdown. Nick Excellent pass by the back on the outside.
And the defense really need to stop. They need to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, man. They continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half for this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Pulls it in. It's Phillips. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Cougars will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Nelson. He's got his man, makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
Let's go.
BYU lines up quickly. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That one will be incomplete, and we're down to 10 seconds to go.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make it better.
Touchdown, Cougars. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, then I give back that last score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And holding on to a first half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room.
On the ready.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there at Happy Valley.
BYU will try to put it deep to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out from the 28 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. Nice move to pick up yards. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47 and a big run there. The offense will put it in play at the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. I wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Ready.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
Like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they that completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. The gun. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down. Really nice job understanding. I got to get to that gap. There's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin.
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks at H-Town had to sweat things out for much of the second half. A little bit better, but certainly not worse. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be run the circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Bringing the heat. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progression, and you're obviously going to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll send the back in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, BYU.
Number 34
Follow
in the end
the
zone.
blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21.
Penn State 35, BYU 21.
Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and is probably second-guessing that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, Dave.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Grab through the middle, extend them. Really need to play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him wide open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now first and 10 from the 30. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. And that guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Looking to pass. It's Nelson. Finds a tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lead. Across the 30. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And they kick-started this drive with that one.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job.
And he throws another interception. He's he goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They finally get him stopped, and his veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now the throw. Got it in the middle of the Reynolds. They get him caught, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll try to keep this clock going on the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Motion from the wide receiver. The RPO, quick throw to the right. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll send out the kicker here. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game lead. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the upright. It's perfect. And now the lead is extended on the front.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys are winning late.
Yeah, which is a real takeoff. Who's going to get beat to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard.
He lost one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to throw, it's Nelson. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all year long. That's why they're winning this game.
BYU right back to the line. Wants to keep it in the air. He makes the grab. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. He'll pick up the field before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to that outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So we need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they will do it.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive for this senior trying to fit that one in there.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. There are 2 guys near that hole.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Unloads it left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This is my favorite time to be an offensive lineman. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's pass, you just tee it off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls in.
He dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The